Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday. I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving and Black Friday weekend. I hope you guys got a lot of cool stuff. Thank you to everyone that purchased my courses this last weekend. I'm already getting success stories in from you guys, which I will be sharing soon, but I'm just so happy for you guys. Like, I'm so proud of you for, investing in yourself, doing the work, and you're already seeing movement. If you are one of the people that sent in success stories recently, comment down below. I feel like people would love to hear your feedback. But anyway, you guys, I want to talk in this video. I want to talk about things I would go through, and I feel like so many of you would resonate with this, especially if you've ever felt like, I feel like I see this in every video, but like if you've ever felt like anxious or worried, or you felt like you couldn't control your thoughts or emotions, like this video's for you. What would happen to me? Like, let's just get into the video because I'm getting downloads of like what to talk about with you guys, and I feel like this is definitely going to resonate with you guys. Maybe you have even been like manifesting this type of video. So like what would happen with me, when you're manifesting an SP, sometimes you're in communication, sometimes you're not. I remember when I was manifesting SP, like it wasn't consistent, like the communication. I would have consistency for a while, and then there would be like no consistency at all. And it would cause me to react. It would cause me to spiral. Some people don't have not even experienced consistency, and they're constantly spiraling. I've also been there too, prior to really like calming my inner world down. And what would happen is like these emotions and these like reactions would come in waves. Like if you resonate with this, comment down below. So like what would happen would be, I would feel really good. I would enjoy my day. I would do things that totally made me feel like I'm the best, most amazing person ever. And then randomly thoughts would pop up, and emotions with the thoughts like mixed in would come in and would try to convince me otherwise. It would try to be like, well, yeah, you haven't heard from your SP. Like, you haven't talked to your SP. Like, why are you feeling like so great? Why are you feeling so amazing? You haven't had like a proposal yet. Like, why do you feel so amazing? Like, all these things would pop up. And I know like a lot of clients go through that too. Before they manifest their specific persons and they become success stories, they go through that too. Like, or they have gone through that. And I want you to know it's okay, you guys. It's okay if you go through that. I feel like we've been like taught that it's not okay to feel those feelings or emotions. It's so like taboo. Like if you feel something that's off, you're creating more of it. You are allowed to feel what's going on internally because your body's trying to communicate with you. Sometimes your inner world's trying to make space by purging that out, and it wants you to not have the same reaction you always have had about that thing before. It's kind of like, are you ready this time when I bring it up? Are you ready to not have the same reaction? Are you able to just observe this? Tell me if you've ever felt that way. If you're watching this, tell me if you ever felt that way. It's almost like some of you realize that that's what's happening. Some of you don't, but I want you to know it most likely that's what's happening is your body is like, listen, you've been focusing on a better story for a very long time. You've been dominant about it. You've been becoming the best version of you. We no longer need to hold these old thoughts inside your inner world because they don't match what you've been embodying. So in order for it to come up and leave, it has to come up, right? To create that space for this new person you're becoming, this new self-concept, this new woman, this new man, this new version that can get what she wants or he wants, to the best versions of you, best versions of SPs to come in, so you're creating this space inside when the purge happens, when it comes out and when it leaves. Most of us, what we do is we're like, no, 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 no. I don't like this feeling. I don't like what's going on right now. It's making me trip out. So you're bringing it, like, you're suppressing it. Like, no, stay down there. I don't want you to come in. I don't want you to even feel this. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to think this. I don't want to feel this. Oh, let me go do something else. Let me go talk to someone, right? It's okay for you're trying to disrupt the thought. I get it. But understand that if it comes up, it's trying to leave. For a very long time, I didn't understand that. For a very long time, I didn't understand that. So what would happen in my situation, I would constantly suppress emotions, thoughts, feelings. I would literally be like, oh my God, I can't think this right now. I cannot think this because this is not what I want to manifest. So I would come from fear. But my poor self inside, internally, my inner world was like, girl, I'm trying to push this out of your subconscious and you keep bringing it back in by suppressing it. Don't do that. It's kind of like that cup method I always show you guys. When you're filling something in here and this has to come up and flow out, so you only have clear water in here. By the way, there's hot cocoa in here. So if you guys want to pause the video and go grab yourself a hot chocolate and come back, join me. Cheers. Cheers, you guys. With some hot cocoa. Someone in my last video, I think, because I think I probably did gain weight. See, that's all. Someone was like, Ani, you're glowing. Are you pregnant? If you are, oh my God, I manifested it. Someone said that, which I love you. You're the sweetest person for even commenting that. But no, girl, it's not that I'm pregnant. It's literally hot cocoa every night for the past few months. We'll do it. We'll do the trick. So if you want a little bit of double chin action, I got you. Hot cocoa every night. Not only does it change you physically, but you feel good internally too. You feel the cozy vibes. I'm all about the cozy vibes, you guys. I'm so rainy day, rainy night, cozy, relaxing, jazz music playing in the background, ambiance, library, Harry Potter. So if you resonate with me, comment down below. And I love you. I love each and every one of you. But yeah. So what was I saying? That cup. You guys, if you're an OG viewer of my videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When I talk about something purging out and it doesn't feel good at all, it's kind of like you have this new reality you've been focusing on, and you have this old reality that's been in the subconscious for so long, playing over and over and over and over again like a broken record. When you dominantly pour this into your subconscious and you're working on that world to shift without, sometimes old things come out. Dead news, old news comes out, and it makes you feel like, WTF, where the heck did you come out of? Where the hell did you come from? Because I have not thought about you for a very long time, and it feels like you're testing me right now. right? A lot of the times, it feels like you are being tested. A lot of the times, it feels like the universe is testing you, or subconscious is testing you, or people out there are testing you. There's no such thing. But sometimes it would help me think that way. If this is a test, I'm gonna pass the test then. I'm gonna get through this. Sometimes purging feels like it's a test towards you. And if it's easier for you to feel like it's a test towards you and you're gonna accomplish this and you're gonna get through it, think of it that way. But if you don't want to think of it that way and you are understanding more and more, like maybe you're further along your journey and you're not beginning the journey just yet, understand that these things happen because room is being made for your new identity, your new story, your new desires, your old desires to manifest. All of that is trying to push out right now. So a lot of the times, just like scientifically, like in science, their neurons, I don't know if they're called neurons or neurotransmitters. Mr. Joe Dispenza probably will know. I love him, by the way. But what happens is, and I remember learning this in school, even like back in high school, what happens is if a memory is not played in your mind for a long time, like let's say you have a memory, right? And you haven't thought of that memory for maybe even years. I know this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but your brain makes it gives each memory or the thought a time limit. After that time limit, if you don't rethink it or make it dominant again, it gets rid of it. Or maybe it stays like asleep. It doesn't come back up easily anymore because now you've created a new dominant thought process and a way of thinking. So those are more active. So your brain kind of makes room, like the things that are stored that are not being repeated over and over again, it kind of clears it out. Kind of like I said this in another video of mine, kind of like a storage bin on your computer. Like when you need to clear files to make room for more new files, right? It asks you like, are you sure you want to delete this file? The pop-up comes up like, are you sure you want to delete it? Or you need to delete it to create more storage room for this new thing, right? I'm sure all of you have gone through that. That's exactly what's happening in your subconscious mind when purges happen, or when you haven't been playing over a negative scenario as much as you've been playing out your positive story or your desired story over and over again. So that it comes up again and it feels like a test and you feel like, why is this coming up? I haven't thought of you. Like, why are you coming up right now? All of a sudden, like, I don't feel good internally. The fact that you're coming up, like, I don't feel good. This would happen to me so much when I was manifesting my SP. Literally things would come up where I was like, I haven't thought this in months, maybe even in over a year. I haven't thought this thought. Why is it coming up now when I'm so much more calm? And I realized it's because when you make your desired lifestyle and story internally more dominant, it just wants to leave. Those old things that don't serve you anymore, they want to go away. Your mind, and I say this in every video, I feel like I sound like a broken record, but your mind is so intelligent. Your subconscious mind, your body, all the receptors in your body, the blood flowing through your veins is so intelligent. It knows what it needs to do to get you what you want, which leads me to another thing I want to tell you. How do you know you're on the right track? Manifesting more money, manifesting your specific person, manifesting abundance. How do you know you're on the right track? Your feelings will talk to you. Your feelings will communicate with you. Your emotions will communicate with you. Your body will communicate with you. When is that internal voice loud enough? When your mind is calm. That's why I talk about it so much. That's why I don't want you to do 15,000 techniques a day. Because if you're doing all those techniques and your mind is in flight or fight mode and it's chaotic and you're just really, really trying hard to get your SP or to get more money, you're not in a calm place. You're not trusting. You're not trusting in your power. You're not trusting in your literal, like, supernatural, like, God power. When you keep trying. Does this make sense? If it makes sense, comment down below. It took me a while to get there because I consider myself like an alpha female. What does that mean? Well, to me, what it means is, like, I always need to take action. Or I used to be like that. Like, I was like go-getter. Number one, action. Like, very kind of like the mindset, like hustler mindset. Like, I need to do it and I need to do it on my own because I need to make sure it's done right. And if it's not done by me or if I'm not handling it, then it's not going to happen then. Or it's not going to happen correctly. And I've always been like the type of female. I'm sharing this with you guys because I feel like you guys will resonate. Like, so many of you resonate. Like, when you hop on a call with me, like a one-on-one session, like the things you share with me, we sound so similar. So that's why I'm sharing this with you guys, because I feel like it helps. Like, when you're manifesting something and you're hearing it from someone that's kind of similar to you or gone through things like you have, you just feel more motivated. Like, if they can do it, you can do it too. You know what I mean? So if that helps, comment down below. But I was always like alpha. And with SP, what that looked like was, oh my God, I haven't talked to him. Like, I need to initiate conversation. I need to make sure conversation's consistent. I need to make sure it's going every day consistently. I need to make sure everything's smooth. I need to make sure. And as a creator, yes, you are creating your reality, but you need some sense of trust. You need to trust the process too. That's what manifesting is. You're not going out there and reeling it in by force. You're standing still, trusting that what I filled up in here, even sitting here, what I just filled up with in my subconscious with focus, with feeling, with focus, it's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. That is your power, actually. Anything besides that is force. It's trying too hard. Like, I would literally be like, oh my God, like, I got to post a cute pic so SPCs and they can remember me and they can call me. Like, oh, I haven't talked to Ani. Like, let me see what she's up to. She looks so good. Like, it was like such manipulating 3D and meddling with the middle. And if you resonate with this, comment down below. Like, I know what you guys are going through when that happens, because I've been there. I know. But those are the moments. If you take anything from this video, take this, because this is so important. Those are the moments where you need to be asking yourself, like, am I doing that? Am I trying to, like, control all of this and not trust? Because the moment you don't trust, your reality is just like, okay, if you're not surrendering to me and you're not trusting me that I can get you this desire in the least resistant way possible, you just got to calm the hell down, then I'm going to surrender to you. Not for any other reason, but one of us has to yield. And if you're not going to yield, I'm going to yield. Like, I'm going to surrender. Because you cannot be in two, what's the word? You cannot be double-minded. You can't be trusting and not trust and control. You can't be trusting and try to control your journey the whole time. It contradicts each other. So either you're going to be trusting, and trusting doesn't happen overnight, by the way. Welcome to this channel. You guys, welcome to my life story. Trusting doesn't happen overnight. And I'm laughing about it right now, but like, I used to cry about it. Like, I literally would feel like, am I ever gonna get my desire? Am I ever gonna get what I want? But trusting comes easy for everyone. But if you're someone that constantly wants to take control over it, understand that it may take some time for you. Like, I've been in that like hustler mentality since I was like a teenager, you know? Because I grew up, like, my parents, I love them to death. Like, I'm so grateful that I grew up this way, but it's also kind of like, you really have to learn to, like, you don't have to control everything too. So how I grew up is very, if you want something, you go get it. And if you want something done right, you do it. Nobody's gonna save you. Go get it. If you want it, you can do it. Prove it that you can do it, right? In the most loving way. Like, it wasn't like purposeful, like tough love, but it was literally like, walk the walk. Like, don't just talk it, you know? And if you guys have gone through that, comment down below. I'm blessed. Like, I'm grateful that my mentality growing up was like that. But I also had to work through a lot of limiting beliefs too. Like, when you grow up like that, you don't trust that things will come. Like, you feel like you gotta go out there and get it. And I feel like everyone feels like that at some point in their life. Like, I feel like we're almost like programmed like that. Like, nothing's gonna come to you. You gotta go out and get it, you know? So, but in manifestation, that is not the case. It's all coming to you. You just have to calm the inner world. And that calming of the inner world isn't a 24-hour thing. It's not an overnight thing. Some things you get overnight because you probably don't have resistance towards it coming, you know? Or you're able to calm down and you experience evidence. But there's things we have beliefs about. There's things we have hardcore beliefs about, like, that are super deep. And we have emotions around it and we have traumas around it. Everyone is different. Everyone is different. That's why do not compare. Don't compare your success story length with someone else's. Don't think like, oh, if someone got it in a week and I haven't got it in a month, I'm not going to get it. No way. No freaking way, you guys. Everyone's mind is different. Everyone's gone through different things in their lifetime. And for you, maybe getting money is super easy and getting your SP is, in your mind, it's like you have a lot of blocks, right? But then your neighbor, it may be the opposite. Like, they have a lot of blocks towards money, but they don't have any blocks towards SP. So That's another thing I want you to take from this video. Please don't compare. Like, don't worry about if someone's getting something faster than you are. Don't worry about if, you know, if I haven't gotten fast enough, I'm probably not going to get it. Mm-mm. Every single time I thought I wasn't going to get my manifestation, boom, something happened. Even in that time when I was feeling down, like, that's why too, like, don't worry about feeling positive vibes all the time. Um, Even when I was feeling down, I would get movement sometimes. Sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I would. Sometimes I wouldn't feel happy at all. I would get movement. Sometimes I would feel super happy. I would get movement. You never know. Like, it's never about like forcing a positive vibe. Like, yes, I have to feel so happy all the time because if I feel happy, I'm gonna get it. No, you just have to be calm. And how do I know this? Well, so much experience from SP coming in, money coming in, jackpots coming in, like my whole life has been evidence. But even all these thousands of people I've been helping, when we work together, a lot of them are like, when they start coaching, super, super anxious, super. And it's all love, you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And it's like the best feeling in the world when someone comes in super, super anxious and worried, and then they become a success story and they're just so trusting. I don't know, it's the best feeling in the world. I love what I do, and I love that you guys resonate, and I love that you guys trust in me when if you do coach with me. But I hope this video helped you guys. Like, what I want you to learn is understand that your feelings and emotions come up sometimes for a reason. They're just trying to purge out. So don't take it personal. Don't think that, oh my God, you're going backwards. You're not. Let the purge happen. Let that space open up for your new reality. Your new reality is like on its way. Okay? The best version of you, the best version of your SP. Do not compare your timing and your success with someone else. There are people out there that have gone through super traumatic experiences and they're healing from it. And there are people out there that have not. And they're less resistant towards what they're manifesting. So none of it even matters because you're going to get what you want if you focus on doing the internal work anyway. So it doesn't matter, you know? Um, and remember, you don't have to go out there and force things to happen. You don't got to go on social media and post 10,000 pictures to get attention. You don't have to do any of that. Trust that it's going to come through no matter what. It's going to come through no matter what. Like, for example, things that you've manifested, like let's say little things that you didn't have resistance towards, right? Some of those little things that we say they're little, they're not so little. Like, a lot of people are involved in getting in you experiencing that manifestation, right? For example, the other day, like, I had a client, she was like, Ani, this is like my 6th raise in the last 2 months. And I was like, girl, you know how huge that is? You know? But for her at this point, it wasn't even a big deal because she's already created a belief that it just happens for her no matter what. But that's not how she started the belief. You get me? So, like, for example, for her, that wasn't such a big deal. But think about it. Like, there's so many people involved in getting that to her. So many decisions have to be made for her to finally get that 6th raise, right? Let's say. So, did she have to go and convince someone to give it to her? No. Did she have to post on social media how great she looks and how great her life is so that those people can be convinced that she deserves the raise? No. So sometimes, like, I want you guys to what's that word? Like, backtrack, reverse engineer on things you've already received, things you've already manifested, like backtrack. Like, did you have to go super out of your way to get it? Probably not. It's just you're not focusing on that right now because you're thinking, oh, it wasn't even a big deal because like your SP is a bigger deal. So that's why you're working so hard on SP, right? But all is equal, all is the same. All is the same. So remember, the things you got with least resistance hold the same weight as the things you want that you have resistance to. And the things you have resistance to, you don't have to convince anyone to give it to you. You don't have to convince your SP to come to you. Once you calm down internally, your subconscious knows your desire. It understands. It doesn't forget. It will push it out for you. I can't wait to hear you guys like be all successful. Like, comment down below if you have experienced any success lately. Comment down below if you have tried out my courses. Send in your success stories, you guys. I would love to share it. It's so helpful to others. And I feel like it just keeps everyone motivated. Only if you want to, though. You don't have to. But I always post success stories. I always talk about success stories in my videos, and I always post them in our community post as well. If you ever want to read like the emails that clients send in. All right, you guys, if you are interested in my courses, links will be in the description box down below. Do not worry about the date and time when you do go to buy a course. That date and time is for our system. So the moment you purchase a course, you get it. So you can start manifesting whatever it is that you desire. Also, you guys, one-on-one coaching, I am always booked up like crazy. But those of you that are on the waiting list, you guys always manifest the spot, which I love because you're like exercising your power. But I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. If you want me to talk about anything specific, if I don't have to share a success story in the next video, I'll talk about it. All right, love you. Bye.